Coming up on Blue Eye News,
we take an inside look at our Raider golf family.
the Sapphires show us their moves,
And the yearbook staff fights to meet their deadline.
all this and more coming up next on Blue Eye News. Hello Raider Nation, I'm Madison Wilson.
And I'm Dylan Deere, and this is this year's first edition of Blue Eye News.
So, Dylan, do you play any sports?
I do, actually. I play football here at Wylie East. What about you, Madison?
I can play mini golf on my phone.
Well, the Blue Eye News crew got an inside look at our Raider golf family. Here's Jackson Leverage and Nash Shaban with more.
Golf is an individualized sport which allows the students to work on the specific parts of their game, and then they can come together as a team to compete, but yet still compete as individuals.
We're a really close team. We love each other.
We have 8 tournaments plus district each year. So in the first semester we usually have 3 or 4 tournaments, and then in the second semester we offset that and have the remaining amount of tournaments plus district.
You really only have one chance to mess up or get it right, and you have a total or a minimum basically of 72 shots unless you're an excellent player.
They all have to be highly motivated, independently driven, and willing to work really hard on the golf course. Favorite part of my job is being in the classroom and interacting with the kids. I love being a Wylie East Raider.
Reporting for Blue Eye News has been Jackson Leverage
and Nash Shaban.
Another group who works hard year-round is the Sapphires. Shelby and I got to spend a little time with them. Check it out.
With hours and hours of practice behind their belt, Coach Miller and Senior Captain Brittany Blythe tell us the ups and downs of being a Sapphire.
I've been directing the Sapphires for 5 years. Stephanie Jackson, our dance teacher, is the assistant director, and we basically just kind of do things 50-50. Whatever I'm not doing, she's doing. Whatever she's not doing, I'm doing, and we just kind of work together.
I've been dancing since I was 3 years old, taking like ballet classes and stuff. And so I've done dance classes like my whole life, but I've been on the Sapphire since my freshman year. It helps me take my mind off of things if I have like stress or drama going on in my life. It's just kind of like a healthy like outlet for stress.
We practice at least 2 hours a day, so that is 10 hours a week. And then sometimes there's Saturday practice, or if we need to practice after school, we will.
Me and the other lieutenants are like responsible for the choreography, so like all the dances that we do, we're in charge of teaching them to the team and just basically like running practices.
We have a constitution that's in place that kind of outlines their responsibilities and what's okay to do and what's not okay to do. They are a really good set of girls.
Finding the right costume introduces another challenge for Coach Miller.
A lot of times I listen to the music. Sometimes if we already know the dance, I'll be able to like kind of get the idea of the theme of the dance. But if not, we just go by the music. And I know this is going to sound really weird, but sometimes Miss Jackson and I hear a song, we'll look at each other and go, ooh, that sounds like Red. We can hear it in the music, like what it needs to look like. And then we also go through costume books and we look online on the weekends and we'll shoot each other pictures and be like, what do you think about this? You look at what other teams are wearing. Sometimes you can get the same things that they're wearing too, so.
We have like team rings that all the like veteran Sapphires have, and it's not really like a ritual, but I like put mine on before every performance, and it is just like kind of like my good luck thing.
I think the hardest part is seeing the team and knowing their potential and how good they can be, and not being able to get them to perform at their highest level all the time, because that's my goal for them, is for them to always, no matter what, be 100%.
Reporting for Blue Eye News, this has been Shelby Wolf.
Introducing the new Wylie Way Spirit Shop located at the Wylie East campus. Anyone can get customizable hoodies, shirts, and more. They also have school supplies and spirit wear. The Spirit Shop is open to the public, so anyone can stop by. Come to the Spirit Shop and get your specialty items today. Have you ordered your yearbook yet?
Of course, I always order mine really early. If you haven't, run to Mrs. Thedford's room ASAP.
We sent Robert Skinner, Jake Nichols, and my boy. Edward Borgominki, to find out what it takes to make our award-winning Dynasty yearbook.
The December deadline is coming up and we gotta look behind the scenes on what's going into making the yearbook.
It's really fun. I like to see the reactions of people's faces when they go and they look and see their pictures in there and they see cool things that they've been doing that we captured. We cover everything that's happening during school. We write stories, we write captions, we interview people, we try and get stuff that everyone else will find interesting, that we find interesting, and we also make page designs and we plug it all into a book so that everyone can enjoy it.
So we each have a page spread, and the pictures that we take, we have to make sure that they fit on our page spread and like correspond with what we're doing, and then we just have to know how to write stories. We all get assigned like different beats is what they're called. So like I may shoot basketball, but like I could have a cross-country page. So we take pictures for each other and help each other out.
I got into it freshman year, and then because I really like to take pictures, but I didn't think it was going to take off like it did. I got really involved in the sports and covering all the sports that I just kind of fell in love with it, and I like to write, and so I'm in both yearbook and newspaper, so I do both. Miss Thetford was a really great teacher, and it's just a really fun class.
I love to see the finished product and our kids' hard work paying off. I love when other people say how great it looks, and it just shows how hard that they work, and we love getting props. Not other classes can say that their homework is sold, people pay for it, and that everyone in the school could see their homework. First they have to take the intro classes, journalism and photojournalism, and that's where they learn how to create, because once they're in the class, there's no teaching, it's doing. They are each doing something different. It's like managing a bunch of ants because they're all doing something completely different, and you don't just teach a lesson. So once they take those intro classes, that's where they learn everything from writing to design to photography to time management. My favorite part personally is design. You start with a blank canvas, you don't know what it is, and then it turns into something that is beautiful.
Reporting for Blue Eye News, this has been Robert Skinner.
Raiders, don't forget, next week we get out on a Wednesday. Early release!
And next Tuesday, come check out the Java Jive at 7 p.m. in the Wylie East cafeteria.
That's all the time we have for you today. And remember, if it happens here,
be prepared to hear
on Blue Eye News. Happy holidays!